yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Merry Christmas, everybody. As you can tell, I am in the spirit. What's going on, y'all? I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Welcome to LYNX Live, the last LYNX Live episode of 2025. I could not let the year end without hopping up on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Talking to y'all for a little bit. Is the levels good? Look, we trying to get this sound together. I don't want a bunch of issues with the sound and stuff. So let me know if you can hear me out there. Look, LYNX Live, I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Remember, love yourself, no exceptions. I'm back with another hot episode. We definitely got some things to get into because I have been gone for a minute. Look, y'all, I tried this year, but next year, we're going to talk about that. We're going to really figure out what's going on next year. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have reached the end of 2025. I've learned a lot this year. I feel confident going into 2026. And I'm just ready to just keep things moving, keep things on the up and up. You know, you just got to stay positive. But look, today, you know, we're going to keep it PC. I do have some church announcements, of course. Reality, we got some of that. We definitely going to get into reality. A lot has been going on in the Bravo universe. I'm going to see how much we can talk about, depending on how much time we have. Hold on, let me move this. Anyway, like I said, I've been going for a little bit, but I'm back. Music Bites. We're going to kick it off with Music Bites. New releases. Lots of new releases have dropped. Quite a few that I really like. And, you know, the end of the year has rounded out pretty well for me. I think 2025 overall was a great year for music. Speaking of music, if you are not familiar with SoundCloud Artist Pro, I'm giving you a free month of SoundCloud Artist Pro. It allows you to do unlimited uploads of your music. You get to check fan engagement. So many perks to be in SoundCloud Pro. You will see your music go to another level. Check out the link in the bio to get your free month of SoundCloud Pro. Tell them I sent you. Dame LYNX, LYNX. Remember, love yourself, no exceptions. And I also forgot to tell you guys to subscribe on SoundCloud and YouTube, DAMELYNX. Hold on one moment. That was a lot. Hold on. Okay. I had to get a little sip out my Gemini season mug before we get into these topics. All right, so new releases, like I said, quite a few projects have dropped over the last couple months. Q4 has shaped up to be really great when it comes to music. Summer Walker, she finally dropped, finally Over It. You know, we have been waiting on this album all year long. And I'm going to say Summer did not disappoint. It was worth the wait. Summer is not an artist that keeps us waiting too long for music. I think this is the longest that she's had us wait, and we were demanding the project. It delivered. I think it is a great finale to the Over It series. Finally Over It. The sound is very progressive. I struggle because I don't think I like it as much as I like the first two projects. Like, I think this project is good. I really do think the sound is very mature. I think it's a very mature finale to the trilogy. But I've noticed that I don't listen to it nearly as much as I listen to or have listened to the previous summer projects. Typically, I would have this project playing for weeks like Drake, you know. But I definitely think that this was a great ending to the story. A lot of songs were good. I definitely like the Go Girl single. I think that's a fly song. I think I also like the song with Bryson Tiller. But overall, it's a very cool listen. Now, Wale also put out a project on the same day. Now, that is the project that I really like. I have been listening to Wale. Everything is a Lie. I actually was just listening to it right before I jumped on here. People aren't talking about that project enough. I need y'all to run that up. Wale did a really great job. So, and what else have I liked? I like Naomi Sharon's EP. I do. Yeah, just lots of good releases. Lots of good releases. All right, so next up, the Tamar of it all. There is a lot going on with Tamar Braxton. A lot of my girls are getting dragged this year. It's a lot going on. But Tamar has been causing quite a stir on social media the last 2 to 3 months. From us seeing Toni Braxton about to bop her at that dinner table, and then the whole situation with Funky Dineva and all their back and forth, which I still don't even understand that story. Funky Dineva is allegedly saying that Tamar and Mendices were involved together. And, Tamar also dropped an EP, a visual EP, Heartbreak Retrograde, and Mendices plays the main character, plays her man in the movie. So I don't know if this is all for that or if this is all real. It just doesn't make sense. I know that Funky Dineva annoys me. Like, if this ends up being all some big joke for Tamar's album, then cool. But if Funky Dineva is just being he annoys me. If he's just picking on my girl for no reason, then I'm tired of him. But anyway, a lot going on with the Braxtons. A lot is going on with the Braxtons. Anyway, Grammy nominations were announced as well. The only thing is I forgot to write down like the nominees and stuff, so we're not gonna go over that. Just know we'll be watching. We love the Grammys, so we'll be tuned in. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it once they air. I think they air in February. It's usually the week after the Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl. So we'll be watching the Grammys. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion recently was in court. She was suing media blogger, YouTuber Milagro Grams, who I'm not fully familiar with her. Like, I know who she is because she covered the Tory Lanez case with Armand Wiggins, and I followed that case really closely. That's the only reason I know of her. But anyway, Megan Thee Stallion took her to court for defamation because of some things that she posted about Megan. And from what we've learned is that Tory's camp was paying her to vouch for Tory and side with Tory and post things that were in favor of Tory and were disrespectful to Megan. So the only thing is I didn't follow the whole court case too closely, but from what I gather, Megan won in a sense. I think she sued her for like a couple $1 million. But she only is going to have to pay $65. But Megan won in this situation. And I think that it's important, that people that do YouTube and do commentary and bloggers, that you can't just say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Megan doesn't seem to be too pressed about whether or not she gets that 65 or 75K, because the way her and Clay have been booed up, they are in love. And also, I said this about Cardi. I know initially I did not like it when Cardi was doing it. I do like people coming to the court in some type of look. Like the whole dramatic thing Cardi was doing to get attention. And then now what Megan came dolled up every day to the courthouse just from head to toe, looking amazing. And these photos are at some point in life going to be the only recollection we have of our history. So why not look good? This is hip hop history. Seriously, when you think about it, all of this is hip hop history. So it has to be documented properly. I don't want my pictures that are just plastered in a magazine from 30 years ago and I look a mess. I'm just saying, I fuck with it. I do. I fuck with it. Anyway. What else we got? All right, Usher is suing B. Michael Cox apparently over a failed restaurant deal. From what I've gathered, Usher and a group that B. Michael Cox is affiliated with got an investment from Usher for a restaurant. Apparently, whatever was going on with the restaurant never came to fruition, and now Usher wants his coins back. Now, why this caused such a stir is because if you know who Brian Michael Cox is. He's written some of the biggest records in the history. And he's written some of Usher's major hits. And so people were like, uh-oh, what's going on? What's going on? You know, Usher suing his brother, that type of thing. But business is business. B. Cox responded and said that they are cool. And, you know, Usher just wants his coins back. So cough it up. You know, we love Usher around here. We don't play by Usher. Usher, hit me up if we need to go pull up. All right, also, if you missed it, both Salt and Pepper and Outkast were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. I heard that the award ceremony was pretty cool. I did not catch any of the performances, but shout out to Salt and Pepper and Outkast, legendary groups. Salt and Pepper was gracious enough. Salt and Pepper was being nice to Spinderella, and they allowed her to accept the award as well. You know, they've had beef and things, and you know, for Salt and Pepper downplaying Spinderella's contributions to the group. So I like that they all were able to come together and receive this honor together. So congrats to Outkast. I mean, we know Outkast is undeniably one of the best groups of all time. You know, they made some amazing music together. So I like that as well. So shout out to them. And then Cardi B and Stefon Diggs welcomed their baby boy. Congratulations to them. You know, I'm going to leave it at that because my personal commentary is not needed in this moment. They look happy. Cardi B was at the mall down the street from me yesterday. My favorite mall. I didn't know Stefon Diggs was from here, so they hanging out in the DMV for the holidays. What up, Cardi? I'm still playing I'm Out of Drama. You did good. You did good, girl. Congrats to them. And look, I'm going to leave this right here, and you take it how you want to take it. I don't know what's going on with Nicki Minaj. Do not ask me. I have not paid her any attention since she was standing up there talking at the UN. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I'm just going to sit her over there with Kanye. I allowed Kanye to do what he did years ago, and I went back. You know, so we'll see what happens. I do not know what's going on with Nicki Minaj. Do not ask me, DM me, text me, send me no clips. I have not seen her do anything ever since I saw a picture of her standing up there talking at the UN. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, look, that's going to be it for Music Bites. Let's get into some more music, and then we'll be right back with some reality. So grab your drinks.